Okay. Hi everybody, my name is Shelby Olischlager, and today I wanted to talk to somebody that has been working on my horses for the past couple months. And here she is. So tell us who you are, what you do, and how you help our horses.
Okay. Hi guys, my name is Leanna, and I'm an equine massage therapist. And I've been working with Shelby's horses to give them monthly or I guess regular massage therapy sessions.
It was kind of something, like, not gonna lie, I was more skeptical about because I've never done it. I've never really heard a lot of barrel racers doing it. So when my one horse kind of was having issues and she just fell off, I decided to look into a few options. One was a chiropractor, which I didn't end up pursuing, but the first step if I wanted to do that was to get a massage therapist. So I started looking around and trying to see someone around that was really qualified for it, and I got a hold of her, and she's been working on it, and it's been making a huge difference on how my horses feel. So the one question I had that I was kind of unsure about is, like, if I was looking for someone right away with no experience of having anyone or no word of mouth, how would someone kind of go about finding someone that they know is qualified enough to do your work?
I think, online it's a little bit trickier, I guess, right now, but I mean, just going through people's websites and like really looking for information on their education, I find not a lot of people actually provide like what their schooling was and what it entailed. They just say like certified massage therapist, and people just go by that, I guess, if they're fine with that. But yeah, just looking for someone who has the experience and the schooling as well is really important.
So, like, for schooling, what kind of stuff is involved, like, for what you did versus what someone might say, like, if they're registered versus just certified, or what the difference is?
So the schooling that I took is a 2-year program. It's the only one that's available and has been for like years. And so that's, it's very science-based. It's like full like anatomy, physiology, like everything. And it is a college program, like it's a private college. And they also offer like the human program as well as the equine. But for as far as like certified courses, most of them I don't really know because I didn't take one. Like a certified course is generally online, and it consists of either like a week or a couple days. I think some people even do like they shadow someone and then they'll kind of say that they're certified. Yeah. So I'm not really sure how that works, but people tend to see certified and think like, oh, that's good, but it's generally not that it's bad, but it's just not as extensive as they could do. So, and registered is just, you can only be registered by taking the program that I did and then taking your board exams, and then you can be part of the International Federation of Registered Massage Therapists. But yeah, it's the distinguishment is it's kind of hard to, for people to recognize like who is what.
Yeah. But it's definitely a good question you should ask.
Yeah,
and they should be transparent about telling you just by your qualifications.
I mean, like, horses have like over 700 muscles, Yeah. So there's no way that you can learn, and it's not even just the muscles that you need to know, right? It's so much more. So there's no way you can learn that in a week,
exactly. Yeah, and that's the one thing that I kind of realize is just appreciating that. Like, it's not something like you just don't run your hands over a horse and be like, yeah, like, I'm a massage therapist. Like, there's just so much more technical aspects involved that maybe some people don't realize, or why they might shy away from doing it, where for myself, like I said, it's just made a big difference. But if someone were to go ahead and get a massage therapist, what type of things will you usually go over or help a horse with?
Like initially, like per session?
Yeah.
Like initially I'm doing a whole like case history on them, so taking all their information and the owners and whatnot, and then going over like usually a gait analysis depending on the situation, confirmation analysis. Like a lot of this I do like throughout the session, like including range of motion and that sort of thing.
That's what I liked, is getting all those notes after. It's very thorough and descriptive, and you're looking at everything.
Even just like the first session, like chatting with the owner and finding out like what the horse's routine is like, like as far as turnout or being ridden or what they're eating, like just everything, plays a part in, their performance, and their health in general. So it's a lot, even just farriers, and that can affect the way they move. So
everything.
It's a team approach, right?
Literally.
So
yeah, exactly. That's what they say. It like takes an army pretty much to get a horse down the road. And do you do a lot of kind of rehab work, or is it mostly just helping horses recover after, for mine anyways, like a competition?
I think there's kind of, I don't know if I would do more one than the other. Like, I would hope to not, see a lot of injured horses, I guess. Like, I would prefer to do preventative, obviously.
Of course.
But yeah, I do have, rehab situations where I generally work with the vets in that situation to make sure that, you're going by, both of our, treatments are coordinating. And
that's true.
Yeah.
Do you do that a lot? Like, or there's not a lot of cases?
I don't know if there's like a lot or not a lot. It just, I don't know, it just depends on the situation. But I think most of my clients are more just like, regular clients. And preventative, yeah. Which is fine with me.
It's true. It makes it a bit easier.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just don't want, it's tough, when they're on stall rest and stuff. And that's a lot, not just for the horse, but for the owners too. And everyone has to try and, help them through that process.
Yeah. You must feel a difference if you have a horse that's been on stall rest for a while, just how their body feels compared to being out.
Yes. I can generally tell, like, if they've been in, whether, because it's the weather or something, like, I can tell the horse's mindset is just completely different. They're a bit agitated or, easier than usual and whatnot, or maybe they're stiffer, there's a lot that kind of...
Yeah. Basically, have your horse out as much as possible.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
If someone's getting ready for a competition, what would you say would be the best approach for as far as getting a massage therapist, like a few days before or the day of? What would you recommend?
A lot of the time I like to help them recover better. So after, like if they're going to be continuing to show, then I find it's better, to do it afterwards and have them recover faster so then they can perform better their next time, and therefore like preventing injury, because tired muscles lead to injuries. So but either way is good. Hopefully they're on a schedule so they can be getting done, before and then after.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I found a huge difference with the recovery. My one mare is just so stiff, Lucy. And she is just like a working machine, and she always felt stiff on the one side of her neck, and that's kind of why I was investigating getting help. And I had her come out, and every time she worked on her, and actually the biggest thing that I noticed is she seems to be a lot more personable and likes affection after, because she's just the typical mare that didn't want anyone to touch her. And obviously you're spending an hour at a time with her session, going over everything, doing really nice stretches, and just getting them to really relax in that environment. And yeah, my horse Lucy felt 10 times better going both directions, she just freed herself up. And also some of the stretches you showed, like for going over those things, like do you like everyone to be doing your stretches before or after, or what would you say?
I always recommend after, and I think most people do too, just because it's, people don't always warm up enough, or properly enough, and then you don't want to end up stretching a cold muscle because that's worse. So it's just easier to do it as part of your cool down. So always after.
It's the same with people too, right? Like you just have to look at it like that. Like you can never stretch any hard stretches when you've been doing nothing.
Exactly.
So what type of horses do you typically even work on?
Over the past few years, I've had more English-based disciplines, just because that's where I was in, in that, I was writing English. But now with you and a few others, I have some Western people, and that's cool. I do find, like you said, that the Western people are more skeptical of it initially. I just think it's not as talked about, I guess, in the Western world.
I don't think so, because no one really was saying they do it. And I mean, it's kind of funny, maybe it is a bit more of an English thing where it's my horse has to be
pampered.
And getting massages. Meanwhile, I don't even get my own massages, so it's I'm not gonna do this for my horse. But at the same time, a healthy horse costs a lot, and to keep them healthy, it's like, would you rather spend preventative money or spend a lot on a huge vet bill and then you might not even get your horse back? So I think it's a great idea. Just how much is it for one session?
I'm
roughly
65.
Okay.
That's, depending on where you are, like there might be a mileage fee, but that's my base fee.
Yeah, and honestly that's not bad.
Yeah, there's definitely people that charge a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I've always tried to be affordable. I mean, I have a horse myself, so I know how expensive they are.
Yeah.
But I mean, I also want people to be able to afford to do, a regular, to be on a schedule, because it's more beneficial for the horse for them to be getting done regularly as opposed to just sporadic, here and there.
Whatever.
Which, I mean, obviously, if that's all people can do, then that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, that's great. But yeah,
definitely more consistent.
Yeah,
and that's good. I like that, putting the horse first. Try and instead of getting more, it's let's try and at least be affordable where people can do it regularly and actually make a good impact. So for anyone that's interested in maybe finding a massage therapist, we recommend basically going online, doing your research, and asking them questions and figuring out where they went to school, and I guess also what area they cover. So what's your territory?
I'm kind of based in Hamilton, I guess I would say, in surrounding areas, but I go pretty far. I try not to go over 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But I do go an hour and a half in multiple directions.
Yeah.
So I have a wide span.
Okay. But, where can we find you?
Pretty much everywhere on social media.
Tambercreek Equine Services.
Yeah.
If you go through there, you can find her on Instagram, send her a message, and get your horse taken care of. Especially barrel race season's approaching, so might as well start now, get them feeling better and loose and comfortable. So at the beginning of the year, even if they're not in tip-top running shape, at least you know that their muscles are gonna work properly and hopefully not cause any more injury than has to happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Thank you for sitting with me, and that was great.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Anyways, take care, guys. Go get your horses massaged.
Bye.